Hello, this is Random Palk, and today we're reviewing Streets of Rage on Sega. Now, Streets of Rage is basically the Sega version of Double Dragon. But it has some unique things for it that Double Dragon didn't have. Like the ability to use a special super move that can wipe out a bunch of shit, and there are 3 selectable characters who each have their own adjustment abilities, which is basically like, you know, Golden Axe and Final Fight, where you have multiple characters to pick from. It's a generic side-scroll beat-em-up style game, but it's actually not that bad. The graphics are pretty good, but I prefer the NES Double Dragon style graphics, but this game is not bad on the graphics. People look more realistic. They have the throw moves and all that, and unlike Double Dragon, you don't have to level up to learn your special moves. You start with them all. Like I said, it's kind of like the precursor to Final Fight, almost. Now I'm not doing too well. I'm getting my ass kicked. Like Final Fight, you can find items and shit that are on the ground. Now, this game was originally on the Sega Master System. There was actually a Streets of Rage on the Master System. But I'm sure the one most people have played is the Sega Genesis version. But yeah, believe it or not, this was on the Master System, which was, you know, way before then. It's a fun game. Like I said, the graphics are good on it, and just like in Final Fight, which came out after this game originally came out, you can pick up objects. There are various guys to fight against. And even this guy kind of looks like Cody from Final Fight. But yeah, there are weapons. You can find power-ups and healing items and shit through the stage by destroying the different... The most important thing you find in the stages is, of course, the health. And yeah, you can use your super move to eliminate shit. Like that. The music in this game is not that bad, even though it is pretty techno, but I got nothing against techno music. But yeah, this is a pretty good game. The music and everything, I just died. Ah, there was food right there. I almost made it. I almost made it to the food, but I died first. Now, like most of these fighting games, you gotta kill all the enemies before you can move forward. Who's this giant boomerang guy? Ah! Try to finish him off so that way I don't die again. Now, I don't remember how many stages this game has, but This is a pretty good game. Of course, depending on how well you do, depending on the bonuses you get at the end of the stage, and when you get a certain amount of XP, you gain a level. And even though this game has timers on the stage, the timers really don't matter that much, because normally you're done with the stage way before the timer ends. So the timer is almost unnecessary. But the background, like the city in the background and all that, they did a good job with the backgrounds and shit. Yeah, you can get various items like the mace that stuns enemies. Now, the enemies do sometimes catch you because they're so quick on the response occasionally that a lot of time you will get attacked before you have a chance to react. Now, in games like Final Fight, I normally don't like to grab the weapons because they kind of impede your combos. So, I try to avoid the weapons on these games. Even though they're helpful for the most part. Even on Double Dragon, the weapons can kind of impede your combo ability. So, like, picking up the boxes and throwing them and shit, they're helpful, but actually unnecessary for the most part. But yeah, it is a really good Sega game, and as I said, it was originally on the Sega Master System, believe it or not, but I hate those fire juggler guys, I really do. But yeah, various enemies, interesting villains. The one thing I would suggest in this game is anytime you're about to die, use your special move, because if you don't, it's just a waste. Because your special moves don't carry over, so I hate those fire jugglers. Just getting close to them will kill you. And there was food right there again. So once again, I died right when there was food. We'll just kill those guys. But yeah, Streets of Rage, a really good classic for the Sega. Definitely a fun game. If you never played Double Dragon, if you were a 100% Sega person, this would have been your Double Dragon. That fucker. What's with that Freddy Krueger looking asshole? Fighting against Hillbilly Freddy or whatever the fuck he's dressed as. And he must be really well connected if they could hire random police officers to launch a bazooka at random criminals on the street. But yeah, this guy is pretty much like the, and now I'm trying to throw him. But yeah, that guy is kind of like the, what were their names again on Final Fight? The Antons, or whatever that, Anton. Yeah, those claw guys are pretty much like them on this game. Now, obviously, I'm not going to beat the game. I died way too many fucking times already, but I'm not trying to beat it right now anyway. This is just a review of it. But each stage, of course, has its own atmosphere to it and own music score. Like now we're on the beach. And like the waves right there. And like, I mean, for Sega, they did a really good job with the graphics. And the variety of weapons you can pick up are useful, but as you can see, they're not super helpful, but they are nice to have around. Overall, a really good game. And definitely worth playing. If you want just a casual game to mess around with and try to get good at or try to beat, this is actually a really good one for that. Even those Mohawk guys look like enemies from fucking Final Fight. Not to mention the hookers was a whip. They look exactly like enemies from Final Fight. I was about to use my super before I died. Yeah, you get a couple continues, which will help you, get through the game. But yeah, great game. Definitely a classic for Sega. Definitely a classic game that's worth playing. I would recommend it if you wanted to play a challenge. That's also a little bit different. Definitely a good game. Before I start sounding even stupider, we're going to go ahead and end this review. If you like my videos, please follow and subscribe. But I want to end this one here, so until next time, take it easy. If you like my videos, I already said that. Well, anyway, I want to end this before I sound like a complete moron. So anyway, take it easy. I'll see you in the next video.